I think you should hear this.
Welcome to I Think You Should Hear This, a podcast exploring people's journeys of growth, adversity, and self-discovery. For this episode, I have with me Nick Lantouris. Nick, the youngest guest I've had on the podcast as well. So he's still 18?
19. Nearly
19
20.
now. Oh, there you go. That's so cool. But I'm keen to get into it. I've loved all the content you're starting to post now. You said you've been held back. Now you're free. You can post it all. It's really exciting, and I'd love to hear about the catalyst behind that.
That's a great question. The catalyst. I guess it's always something I've wanted to do. I've always been curious. I've always been a thinker. And the annoying thing is I can be an overthinker as well. I guess in social situations, I always want to know what people are thinking in terms of their emotions, the way they do things in a way that is empathetic. Why are they thinking like that? Like what's the reason behind it? So I guess that's one catalyst, but I guess how I started was being inspired by other people that were sort of my age, starting it. Like one person I'd say is Balin Spencer. He's huge now. He's got 10K followers, but he was one person where I went to school with him and sort of thought like, I'm interested in what he's doing. He's more fitness. I'd say more mindfulness and emotion, but yeah, fitness interplays into that all the time. But I saw him post what he was posting and I'm like, that takes some guts. That takes some courage to do that. And I thought that's something I could get into. So yeah, I started during the year, but as I work at a school, they sort of saw and like, you can't really do that, which is fair enough. So yeah, finished that. And now, I think we've posted for 3 weeks. So I've put myself out there. It's just now developing a presence and making my content better quality, I would say. Yeah.
I love that you've already got your own. I love that you got your own style of content.
I'd say it takes a while for that though, because obviously you see other creators and you go like, I want to be like them. But then you see another one's like, oh, what if I want to be like him? So I guess one thing's taking inspiration from other people, because the people online are so good at what they do. That's why they get all these followers. That's why their sales go high and their brand is good. But you got to sort of go like, okay, what can I sort of bring into this? Like, how can I put my personality or my views, my values into it? Because at the end of the day, you got to be authentic. You can't just copy off other people and expect that will get you places. Like, you got to have your own self. You got to put yourself into it, which is hard because, like, I know I saw your story last night where you're talking about like, what was it? The social contract. That's it. Where you're putting something out there where there's a fear of judgment, but you're sort of doing it to overcome that. And I guess one way is through doing a personal brand, or whether it's talking to strangers or whatever that thing is, it's important because you need to overcome that, like you said, fear of judgment, because then you're just going to be run by your fears and run by your insecurities. And then you're not going to do what you really want to do in life. It's not authentic. It's not you. It's sort of trying to protect yourself through like insecurity and fear, which is not a good way to live, because then you won't get anywhere. You'll be working a job you kind of like, but really you want to be doing something else. So it takes guts to do those sorts of things where you're putting yourself out there. But once you do it, once you get used to it, then I guess you're free.
Did you ever have a fear of judgment before starting this stuff?
Definitely. When you're at a footy club, when you've just come out of high school and you keep in touch with your friends that might judge you, and you're putting yourself in a vulnerable position by putting yourself out there. But then the way I think of it is like, you only live once. There's a Latin phrase I always tell myself, it's memento mori. I've got it written up here on my wall. I actually drew it. I can show you that later. But memento mori means be mindful of death. And it's something we should all be aware of, because like this is it, the present moment, me talking to you right now, like this is it. Like we have arrived. And I guess people live in the fear of the future, I guess the past, and that the past sort of changes their view of the future because of what they've gone through. But then it's like there's so much to go through, there's so much to see, there's so much to experience that the past doesn't really matter. So I guess there's that. There's just not fearing those little things like fear of judgment, because there's so much to do in this life and we can't live in fear.
Yeah, I say this so often to people when they ask about it, or they say there's something that they want to do, but
Mm.
they're afraid of the fear of judgment.
Mm.
I realize that no one ever actually
Nope.
judges you to your
No.
face, at least.
No, never. Yeah.
And if they are talking about you, it's behind your back. So you're never going to hear about it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So it's as though it never happened.
Mm.
The only time people talk is online.
Mm-hmm.
And it's good if they do that because it feeds the algorithm. So I
Exactly.
can talk shit as much as you want as long as you're commenting on the post, because that actually benefits me. So
Yeah.
who cares?
Yeah. Yeah, I've noticed that. Yeah, like you said, half the time it's our insecurities getting in the way. Like it's us being insecure about something, and then because you're insecure, all these thoughts come out. It's like when you want to dress a certain way, it's like, oh, what if people think I'm like this? But it's like they probably didn't even see you. Like
Yeah.
no one cares that much. Yeah, we live so much in our head, and it's crazy. Like if we actually, that's why I talk about it in a few of my videos where it's like you write down, just got a notebook here, like writing down your insecurities, your thoughts, fears, whatever that thing is, and then you sort of see it and objectify and look back at it and like, okay, that's just a thought that's come from a belief. You sort of break it down, and then at the end of the day, it's you just sort of step
Yeah.
away from it, you know?
Yeah. Like if you come back to that a week later, you'd be like, that is the most irrational thing I've
Mm,
ever seen.
mm.
Why would
Yeah.
you think that?
Yeah.
Like and you see it so often played out in life when a friend tells you something, or a a partner or whatever about their irrational feeling, you're like, that's so stupid. And they're like, no, but that's how I feel. And then, the same as, or it could be mirroring something back to you. But it's like
Mm,
so often in our own head, it makes perfect sense, or it seems so possible that this ridiculous things would go wrong. But it's
mm.
just our conditioning.
Yeah, it never happens. And if it does happen, like you live through it and you get stronger. Like say if you did a public speaking thing and you muddled up your words, or if you forgot your line, obviously in that moment people probably go like, oh, you sort of stuffed up. But then you sort of work back and you go, okay, is this going to matter in 5 minutes? Okay, maybe, because he's maybe still feeling that. In 5 days, probably not. 5 weeks, definitely not. 5 months, and you just keep going, and it's like, okay, this moment didn't really matter.
Hmm.
It's always good, and that's sort of where it links to momentum more. It's like in 200 years, people won't remember this. It's not that much of a big deal, which is hard when all our emotions and our overthinking gets in the way. But yeah, it's always important to learn that and understand that. Yeah.
I was watching a friend's comedy set the other week, and he stuffed up.
Mm,
And that's when the crowd laughed the hardest.
mm,
And he actually stopped mid-set and he's like, why is it that you guys laugh harder and celebrate my fuck-ups
mm,
than the jokes?
mm,
And it was so strange because it was a really like vulnerable, honest question.
mm,
And because he's a comedian, everyone's there to laugh. They laugh at it, the question as well, but it was a serious question.
mm.
And it was really interesting because someone in the crowd just responded because it's real,
Yeah.
makes you human. So even though it was a mistake that he made, people laughed. Were like, oh, like they can relate to it.
Mm.
So it wasn't really putting down. It was people going, he's like one of us, and they could laugh at themselves as well.
Yeah, we forget that. We forget we're human. We forget you're meant to make mistakes so you can learn and be better. And like, I guess
Yeah.
that's an example. I think there's a story similar to that. Like Adam Sandler, in his first few sets, I don't know, I heard it on one of Rogan's podcasts. In his first few sets, he like, in comedy, they call it like if you do really bad, it's like bombing a set or bombing a
Mm.
show. He had so many of those, but then I think he had a close friend or a brother or whoever it was who just kept telling him to like, no, believe in yourself. No, like, don't worry about this set that you bombed. And it's so hard. Like, you need to detach yourself from, I guess, the humiliation or the bad things that happen to you socially, especially because, yeah, once you go through those things so often and you're used to it, it doesn't phase you anymore. It's like a muscle. It's like a certain weight. You use 5 kilos for a tricep press or something like that. And then over time you get better at that. And then all of a sudden the 5 kilos doesn't feel that much. So then you go to 7. So that could be for someone that struggles with, um, people that struggle with social anxiety. It could be, okay, I go up to a person, say hi, and then do that a few times, and then, okay, it's not too bad. And then you go from that to maybe starting a conversation, maybe, and you just keep building it up to eventually you could get to public speaking. And then that in itself is a challenge. And then once you're used to that and you've done that so many times, you've unlocked that ability, you broke that belief. And that's just where it starts. It starts small. Yeah.
100%. Progressive overload of mental challenges.
What was that, sorry?
It's progressive overload, but for the mind.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
works the exact same.
Yeah.
And I guess,
Yeah. Yeah. It's one of my favorite concepts is the mind's a muscle. The same thing. You have to work it for it to grow.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
just like anything. It's not always like people sort of go when they're doing work or they want to do something, especially like New Year's. This will happen to so many people where they're like, yeah, I want to be this or I want to start in the gym. And they go like super intense for like a couple weeks and then they sort of drop off
Mm.
and they sort of don't go back to it. But it's like, start small. Go in the gym twice a week. If you can do that for a month, great. Go to 3, go to 4, and then you'll build. You'll build. It's
Yeah.
the consistency. It's the small habits. And then over time, that becomes part of you and you're just used to doing that. Whereas when you're doing it so intense, it never works because you get burned out.
Yeah. For sure. And then it's not fun if it's a chore. You have to go, oh, I have to go to the gym 2 days this week, 4 days this week to
Mm.
get that achievement done.
Mm.
It's not sustainable. But if you're doing a class with a
Mm.
friend, Pilates once a week, that's fine. You enjoy it. And then
Mm.
you go, all right, I want to try weightlifting. And then you go do one weight session a week and then one Pilates class. You're
Mm.
stacking things that you actually enjoy rather than going, I have to tick off all of these things that I don't really want to do. Of course, you're not going to keep doing it.
And I guess comparison links to that because we see maybe our mates or people online like doing these crazy workouts and have these crazy workout routines. And obviously we see that and we're like, oh, we want to look like them or we want to be like them.
Mm.
But we replicate that. But problem is they've done that for years. And they probably started small, like you don't know, they probably had periods of depression or periods where they were overweight or they weren't at the body type they wanted to be, but they probably started small and then gradually built up to the level they're at. And we don't see that. And it's a lot of times with, I guess, with achievements and when people get all these followers, we don't see when they started. We don't hardly go, like I do it sometimes on YouTube where I'll see a big YouTuber and I'll go, and you always see like the newest content, like you go to the oldest and you see where
Mm.
they are. That's who they are before the fame and all the money and I guess all the achievements. And you got to, I guess, if you're starting, compare yourself to that, not to this high end finished product or almost finished. Obviously, they can keep developing.
Yeah,
I guess that's comparison, man. It's the thief of joy.
great saying.
Yeah.
I think like I've had it happen in my life as well, like me comparing myself to other people who
Mm.
have more successful podcasts and how well put together they are. Like we're talking about Chris Williamson,
Mm.
but he already had resources when he started as well.
Mm.
Like he'd already been a celebrity, that sort of thing. Had
Mm.
the funds to be able to lock in and just do it.
Mhm. Yeah.
And he did like not speech therapy, but like perfect example now. Like did had a coach to like talk
Yeah.
to
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
be
Yeah.
better at conveying his message and that sort of thing. Yeah, I've had people talk about like, oh, I can't run a marathon, and I'm like, oh, you just trained for it. They're like, yeah, but I'm not you. It's like, dude, it's not easy. Like,
Mm,
you just start and
mm,
then work towards it. Set a goal, set a plan, set a time you want to achieve, and then work towards it. Make it happen.
mm.
I didn't just walk out of bed and do it.
Exactly. It's,
Yeah,
yeah, marathon, what does that, 40 Ks? Like,
yeah,
start
42.
with one. You can do one, do two, do two, do five. Then you go to 10. Like, you just slowly build up. And that's the thing we want our society. We want everything now. Like,
Hmm.
phone man. Like, I've got Bruce Lee in the background. Sick album. Block screen. I love Bruce Lee. But yeah, we get this instant gratification. No one wants the long term stuff. No one wants the body that's going to stick with you because you've worked super hard for it. Everyone just
Hmm.
wants stuff easy. That's I guess, our biggest problem. We're all guilty of it, like fast food, mobile phone, video games, you name it. There's
Yeah.
just so much of that out there. It's so easy, so simple, and it grabs your attention. Like, with my phone, if I'm trying to get work done, because sometimes you do need your phone to get work, like for you yourself, like we were texting before this, like
Hmm.
how's it operate. I like grayscale on my phone. It's like I don't know how to do it. It's like just, if you're people listening to this, just like look it up, how to do grayscale on your phone. But it makes the phone look so boring. And that's good because then it makes your work seem more stimulating. So then your phone becomes less of a distraction. And then if you actually need to use it, you're not distracted by all the other stuff.
Hmm.
Like with you. Because with Instagram, and that's why Instagram, it's like what's the color? It's like a red, purpley, yellow. And then Snapchat's yellow. Like all these apps are like really colorful on purpose, so they can distract you. So yeah, great. Yeah,
Yeah.
you just want to use
Not to
great.
mention,
It helps so much. My
not to
God.
mention the colors of the fast food, uh,
Yeah, yeah.
branding. Have you seen a chart of like the psychology of colors?
I've seen bits of it. All I know is red. Red's love. That's a big one I know. Like if you're seeing someone that you like, just red, so they're more likely to love you. That's what I've
Yeah,
seen.
right.
But no, there's way more in business. Yeah.
Yeah, well, like there's a reason why the McDonald's golden arches are yellow and then
Mm,
everything else is
mm,
red. And you see most fast food chains are red,
mm,
like Red Rooster, Hungry Jack's, KFC, McDonald's.
mm-hmm,
Yeah, they all have different moods and emotional pull
mm-hmm.
for different colors. Pretty
Yeah.
pretty interesting.
Yeah.
It's
I
like
guess.
smart. Like
Mm, mm. Like I guess when we'll primal days, us humans, I guess that's what it was. That's what it was with fruit. Like fruit's really colorful. That's why we're
mm,
able to pick it out from everything else in our surroundings, and then obviously get the nutrients we need. But now now we abuse it for instant gratification. Yeah.
yeah. What do you use to edit your content now? Do you use your laptop?
My laptop. I use CapCut,
Yeah.
so it's a very, I think TikTok owns it or something, or affiliated with it. But the thing with editing is it's time consuming. It's not hard. It's just very
Mm,
time consuming. Like it's just learning how to put all these pieces together and put all these effects over it. You just got to learn how to use the software, I guess. And like CapCut's a great start. Maybe in the future I'll use more advanced ones, but yeah, very, very simple to use. You don't need to be doing all this like what I do with my edits. Obviously they're continually getting better, but like there's lots of content where all you need is captions or a title, and that's what I do as well. And
mm,
I guess for this podcast, there'll be a clip in somewhere where maybe it's just captions and a title. It's all you need. If you like editing, it's a tool. If you get good at it, you can make engaging content. Obviously, you can get more views and engagement. But like I guess you're saying with Chris Williamson, how he's able to speak so well. If you're able to speak well and articulate your words really well, and not use a lot of filler words, that in itself is engaging. Like when you see public speakers, the way they express their voice, their open body language, it's so engaging to watch because they're not mumbling their words. They're creating a clear message. If you can do that with anything, whether that's editing to make that engaging, whether that is public speaking, like I said, that's where people are going to listen to your message and it's going to connect with you better, I feel.
Yeah, for sure. You're speaking clearly, confidently. The audience is going to believe what you're saying.
Mm,
Whereas if you're stuttering all the time and you're looking around and
mm,
you go, this guy doesn't know what he's on about, or he
mm,
doesn't believe what he's saying.
mm,
Yeah. I see it so often with work when
mm,
people are talking about products or whatever.
mm,
When they're not speaking with confidence, you're just like, this guy doesn't know what they're on about at all.
mm.
Well, I don't want it.
Yeah.
I don't want it, I don't trust it. Versus like the iconic ShamWow video. Do you
Now, what's
know
that?
do you know what the ShamWow is? What was?
I don't think I do.
It was
Explain.
like a
Elaborate.
it was like a cloth that like you used to wipe up the kitchen bench, but it like soaked up all the moisture.
Mm,
It was called a ShamWow.
mm,
And this video went viral because this person was just brilliant in the ad for it,
mm,
and it like dude popped off like
mm,
huge, and so everyone was buying this ShamWow because it was just a roll of paper towel, but a really good quality one that soaked up all the water. Like,
mm,
but it's his hand movements, the way he
mm,
spoke, everything was unreal. Like he was on daytime TV and all this sort of thing,
mm,
and because of how well he advertised it, it just like sold out like crazy.
mhm.
But it was a salesman that was better than the product, and it
Yeah,
made the product go in, yeah, through the roof. And now it's
exactly.
not a thing anymore. If that ad popped back up, everyone would know. You would know what it was, and you would say, "Mum, we need to get some ShamWows." Like
Yeah,
I remember, we'd get rained off at junior cricket, and we'd be like, "Buy a roll of ShamWows and just put that on the pitch, and they would dry it up." Like it was insane.
exactly. It's just the power of, I guess, amplifying a message. Like it's like the good old Wolf of Wall Street, like sell me this pen. It's like you can, for a small product, for a small thing, but if you can amplify it and make it big and persuade people to buy it, bro, like you can sell
Mm,
anything. So yeah, sales is such a good skill to know. Able to, because with that you learn charisma, you learn what the customer needs, you learn all these tactics, and yeah, it's I'd say a
mm,
very important skill in business. Yeah.
absolutely. I think even if you don't want to sell anything,
No.
it's learning how to position yourself in a conversation
Yeah.
to reach a goal, a target.
Mm,
Like if you're just talking to a woman or,
mm,
someone that you want something out of, like it's
mm,
manipulation, right? So if you're trying to reach a goal from this conversation, then
mm.
having some sort of sales background is definitely going to help.
Yeah, definitely. Because it's not only that; it's also managing rejection.
Yeah.
It's like when I was in Europe and all these people trying to sell you food at restaurants and they're all at the front and they're doing all these grand gestures and greeting you and this, that, and the amount of people that just walk past them and don't even look at them because they're sick of them. But then going like, okay, where's the next customer? Whereas with a lot of us, whether even if it's something like this where we're putting ourselves out there and then people don't like it and us going like, oh, maybe I should change the way I'm doing things, or like maybe it wasn't that good. But then I guess with sales, when you do it so many times, like we were saying before with how the mind's a muscle, um, yeah, you sort of just continue doing it because, okay, someone rejected me. Oh, well, there's another customer. Life goes on. That having that mentality is important.
Mm.
So,
Yeah, I had the same in Vietnam. I was in Hanoi and I was walking through, and it's like a street of just pubs and bars.
yeah.
And like, I don't even drink. I'm like, I'm not going in here. I'm just trying to
Mm,
get through. I
mm,
don't know where I'm going. I'm just walking around aimlessly.
mm,
But every second person's grabbing me, come in here, come in here. Well, I don't want to be here. I'm
mm,
just trying, like, let me go. But then
yeah.
it's like, all right, like next person. Like that person's not yours. Your audience will come if you keep posting the content.
Hmm.
They'll find you. Yeah.
Yeah, it always happens. It's annoying how we do it. Like after I post, I sort of look like, okay, how many people like this? How many people follow it? And then it's sort of like, whoa, like you're posting for the message, for the, I guess, how it can resonate with other people, not necessarily how many likes or views it gets. Because those things come over time, and it's just making your message consistent. It's making your authenticity like developing and consistent. Like that's the main thing, man. And it's hard because we do that. We're social creatures. We want to be liked. It's just it's a primal thing.
Mm.
Like if you're thinking back to primal days, like if you weren't liked by your caveman group, you'd be kicked out. And I guess that primal belief sort of may live on nowadays. But yeah, everyone wants to be relevant. At the end of the day, everyone wants to just belong. But we always link that to we have to be liked. As long as you've got your small group of core friends that whatever life happens, they always got you. Like that's all that really matters.
Mm.
I guess the other people, okay, if they like you or not. You've got your whether that's your family, your really close mates. If you got them, bro, life goes on.
Yeah. How has the reception been from family and friends from now posting?
Then, I guess when we do these sorts of things, when we put ourselves out there, we expect like our family to be like, "Oh my god, like yes, go you," like over supportive, over sort of like cheerleaders. But I guess they're sort of like, okay, if you want to do that, then do it, sort of thing. Like it
Yeah.
hasn't been this. Yeah, we always expect it whether we get a new job or whether we do something, we're expecting this like massive external validation to come our way. But like my friends are like, if you want to do that, bro, like do it. Like as I've yet to receive, I guess, negative feedback or like hate, which I need to, I guess, prepare for because it's inevitable. Not everyone's gonna like you. So yeah, but at the moment, yeah, I've been pretty supported by what I'm doing. Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome.
How about yourself when you were doing what you're doing, like your podcasting and you talk about?
Yeah, it's been fine. Yeah, same thing. Like if there's been negative feedback, it's only been online from randoms with
Mm.
profiles that don't have their name and no photo.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
It was the cat.
but again, I'll comment back and like won't say anything mean because I'm not buying into it. In the hope that they comment again, so it just keeps feeding the algorithm. So I don't
Yeah.
care. But I did do. So I used to facilitate a community back home, like in Chelsea, and we used to do like breath work on the beach, breath work,
Mm,
ice baths, cold
mm,
plunge, all that sort of stuff every Saturday before footy, 2023, 2024. And people would be like, "Oh, like what's that shit?" Like it's like, um,
mm,
like doing OMS with girls on the beach and that like
mm.
it was different, like
Yeah.
really different. And that was met with like a bit of resistance because the thought of it makes people uncomfortable because it was so out there. Um,
Mm,
and like the group like had spiritual in the name as well, so we were just they're scared of things they don't know, from my opinion.
mm,
Um, and it was so different to what I'd been doing because so that's 2023. Before that, I was like going out every weekend party, uh, and that's when I had a real like shift in my life from that as well, from starting to
mm,
do that sort of stuff. So it was destroying their view of me as a person. Like that
mm.
has completely changed and shattered who they saw me. Like
Yeah.
that version of me was like
Mm,
destroyed by that. So they were like, who do you think you are? That's like, what do
mm,
you like? What is this? Like that sort of thing. Uh, and then after time, people realized that I was like so much happier, life was better, and I was doing good things.
mm.
Then people like come around to it. So yeah,
Yeah. It's always the case. Like people link you to certain activities or how they see you. Like they probably say it's like, oh, this is a guy like has a drink and has fun, and now he's doing all this like weird shit. And then
yeah,
yeah, it's hard. Yeah, exactly. Like it'd be hard for you because it's like I really want to do this, but most of my friends see me as this, and it's sort of this identity crisis. Like, who am I? Like, where do I want to be? And then the fact that you're stuck with it and you're doing what you're doing, bro, it's awesome. It's awesome to
yeah.
see.
Cheers.
Mm,
Yeah, it's funny because like I was like guy there was like the last man up, like going out. I was
yeah.
always going the hardest, telling everyone to stay up, like keep going,
Mm,
go somewhere else.
mm.
And then you're like, yeah, no, I don't drink anymore. Like the fuck,
Yeah. So when did you quit drinking?
2023.
Right. Okay.
So I had a drank March this year. We won the grand final,
Mm,
but that's the only time I've drank since 2023.
damn.
I don't really have the want to drink anymore either.
No.
The bad started outweighing the good, like
Mm,
earlier than 2023, like 2020, like 2022. But then, yeah, breaks just got bigger, and then I was like, I think I'm just done, eh? Like,
mm.
yeah,
No, I feel you. Yeah, I'm the same.
yeah.
Like, obviously, you're way older than me, but
Thanks.
yeah. Well, not way older, but like,
I am,
you're in my
yeah,
20s and you're in your 20s. Like, is a gap in terms of, yeah. Didn't mean like that. Sure. But yeah, yeah. Okay, you millennial. I guess with me, yeah, I did schools, and I guess after school is like, because that was last year. Like, it's drinking every day, and you're getting low sleep. Like after that, I'm like, I'm gonna hang the boots up. But with me, I was never a big drinker, but I just did it because my mates did it. But they never peer pressured me to do it. They're like, oh, you can have a drink, but like you don't have to. But yeah, that was a big thing for me. Like just stopping. Like it wasn't a hard decision. I feel like for you, it probably was harder. But I was just like, nah, I don't think this is for me. And I think,
yeah. So everyone drinks since schoolers.
oh, actually no, New Year's, and then I've had like drinks here and there, as in like just one drink.
Yeah,
Like when I was in Greece, I had an ouzo because I'm like, well, I'm in Greece, I gotta have an ouzo. But
yeah, yeah, yeah,
in terms of getting intoxicated, like actually drunk, no.
yeah.
Yeah, since. And I probably never will. Yeah, it's nothing I've been super interested in. Like there hasn't been, it's not like people they have like an addiction, like where they thinking about every day. In me, it was never that. I was like, okay, I don't do this anymore type thing.
Yeah.
And I guess with that, like people think like, oh, you think you're superior and, oh, why don't you drink? Like there's this sort of, yeah, thing behind it, but it's like, I just choose not to. And I'm not superior to others that do drink. The people that drink aren't superior to me. Like we're just all the same. Like, okay, that's just our choices when we go out, you know.
Mm.
People make such a big deal out of it, like both sides, like not drinking or drinking. And because we're in Australia, it's a societal norm to have a drink on a Friday or Saturday night. So I guess, yeah, stopping that it's hard in the social sense, but once it's like with anything, like we've been talking about.
Mm.
Once you go to parties and okay, I'm not drinking, and then people sort of understand, like they leave you alone about it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's funny. Like I get it all the time at work from of people who don't know me.
Mm.
Yesterday it was an older bloke, and he was like, "Oh, yeah." I was like, "Oh, what do you got on for the rest of the day?" He's like, "Oh, yeah, gotta go back to work." Blah blah. He's like, "Oh, what about you? Go home, have a few beers." I was like, "Oh, nah, I got footy training." Because it's so much easier just to say,
Mm.
so, like, I feel funny saying like, "Oh, I don't drink," because then people are like, "What, you think you're better than me?" It's easy just to go like,
Mm.
"Oh
Yeah.
yeah, haha," and just like not say it.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially the older generation, they can't fathom that someone doesn't drink. Well, especially in Darwin, holy shit, like
Oh, darling, yeah.
it's all there is to do up here. So
Mm. It's just the weather. Like it's, yeah.
yeah, it's perfect beer drinking weather every day. Like, and there's definitely days I'm like, oh yeah, today would be a great day for it. It's not enough to make me go and do it. Yeah. What like
Yeah.
is there many of your mates that are the same? Because for me, 19, everyone was like, what are we doing this weekend? We're
Yeah.
going out getting like as drunk as we can. I'm noticing more people your age not drinking.
Yeah. I like a few groups of mates, like a few friend groups.
Yeah.
There's one that like, yeah, they they drink, like that's just their thing every Friday. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Um, and then I got friend groups where we don't really have a drink. Like my mates might have a couple, but not enough to get like drunk. So I guess that's been easy when you're just hanging around them and they don't drink and you don't drink. So it's like, oh, awesome.
Yeah.
And I guess when you see them when like you're all invited to a big party and you see a couple of those, I'm like, okay, I'll just chill with them if everyone gets too drunk. So I guess with that, it's just been so good. Maybe
Yeah.
for you, that would have been harder because all your mates drink, or what's the go there?
So in that time period where I spoke about doing that community stuff, I met other people that didn't drink.
Right.
and then you gravitate towards that and start
Mm.
spending more time with those people.
Yeah.
So that was good. Like same thing. I had a footy club. Like I was playing cricket then, maybe play cricket every now and then. But I got friends from like footy, um, mates from just like home, and then now that you got different groups of people you can hang out with, and
Mm.
different friends for different things. So
Mm.
that's always good. You can chop and change.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's good to have that, like workmates and then mates you run with and then mates, I don't know, you go out and
yeah,
for dinner with. It's awesome to have that. Yeah.
yeah, for sure. I think if you and like people need that in their life. I've said this a lot. If you can only enjoy someone's company when you're having a drink with them,
Mm.
then are they really your friends? Like, do you
Mm.
have to put yourself into a less conscious state to enjoy someone's company?
Yeah. No, correct.
That tells me that you don't actually enjoy their company.
Mm. Yeah.
Like, why would you have to get out of your head to enjoy being present? Like, it's not possible.
Mhm.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
like that's what alcoholism right, and that's what trauma is. A trauma response if to being alcoholic is like I don't enjoy the state of my mind. I'm gonna get out of it. So if you're doing that with someone else, I don't enjoy being where we're at. So I'm gonna
Mm.
leave here. Then that's a warning sign for me.
Mm. Yeah, it's just an escape. Like people do that with alcohol, drugs,
Yeah,
on their phone. Like they have a long day and they're just like, okay, let's just scroll. Let's just, um, yeah. Half of it is. That's why mindfulness is such a important tool, and thank God I learned it. I guess in my late years of being a teenager, like especially last year. Um, so important to just understand that okay, not every thought is me. Not every emotion I have to full dive into and identify with. Like it's such an important skill. I'm surprised it's not taught. Like it's taught briefly at school, like maybe for a day or something, like a special mindfulness day or something. It should be like we learn this throughout year 7 to 12. It's such an important skill, and because the things you see out and about, like on the news, like obviously this shooting, that's just terrible. Like don't worry about like the politics of it, just like hatred getting to you and anger and all that stuff getting to you so much that you have to do things like that.
yeah,
But things like rape and murder, like all these things, you just think like maybe if that person was more mindful, maybe if they um had more in touch with their emotions and not they won't say out of control, like maybe that could have been different. So it's such an important skill. We all need.
yeah. Emotional regulation. Like you should be taught that from primary school because like prep kids come to school, they start crying because their parents aren't there. He's like, it's okay.
Hmm.
They're going to work. You're at school. You're
Yeah.
safe. Let's breathe through it. Like kids, yeah, it should be. You're walking in school. That's what you're learning.
Hmm.
But that doesn't help big businesses make money. Employees do,
Oh yeah.
and consumers do. Like a well-regulated kid isn't going to need to buy medication for ADHD. A
Hmm.
well-regulated kid
Hmm.
isn't going to need to, or parents aren't going to need to buy fidget spinners and toys to keep them happy because they could
Hmm.
just breathe. You know what I mean? They're not going to need to buy an iPhone to scroll or TikTok or a
Hmm.
device to keep a 3-year-old entertained. They're just going to be
Hmm.
able to sit and be happy.
Hmm.
So they're never going to learn that because unfortunately we live in a capitalist society that um,
Just want
yeah,
to make
keep these
money.
businesses running. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah.
Mindfulness isn't profitable because you don't need to buy anything to do it. You don't need to spend money to be mindful.
Yeah, it's just you and your brain, and it's amazing how, because like you're saying with like ADHD, like I was diagnosed with it last year, and I tried medication, and how it works is I don't know how to describe it. It's like with me, there's always a narrator like talking in my head, like blah, 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 all the time, like not shutting up. And I guess taking medications like that just stops. But then with that, after it wears off, you're more agitated, you're more emotionally unregulated, you can't sleep. So I guess, things like medication, okay, can work for some people, but then the side effects are really bad. Like I know there's loss of appetite. Like the one I was taking, I think it was Ritalin. Um, and a lot of the
Yeah,
side effects are like loss of appetite, agitated. Like the crash is really bad. It's like you're so tired, but then your body's not tired. I can't. Yeah, it's you're so
yeah, it's
fatigued,
just
but you're
taking
yeah,
speed.
yeah.
It's a drug.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah,
Um, but I guess mindfulness, that's the thing I've been like honing in on. Like, okay, if I want to get better with my disorder, I need to be more mindful, and meditation's been so good. Obviously mindfulness throughout the day has been really good. Breathing, consciously breathing, like, okay, I'm present, like these thoughts aren't me. I'm in the it's been a game changer.
mm,
My energy levels for my concentration's improved. I guess me being more present in conversation. Obviously, we all happens. Like, obviously, there's times we're not as mindful and our emotions and thoughts get to us. Like, okay, it's just, okay, how can we reset? How can we debrief what happened? How can we put our thoughts on paper? So I'm sure it's a skill that's helped you over the years as well.
for sure.
Mm,
Mindfulness has been huge, and becoming the witness of your thoughts.
mm, mm,
Yeah, for sure. The having the internal narrator is an interesting one
mm,
because I've always had that. I still remember as like a kid, saying being like super curious, always got lots of questions. There's a
mm,
lot going on internally, just thinking lots of thoughts.
mm, mm,
And I was always like, how can I be saying something but thinking something different at the same time
mm,
if I'm one person? It was so
mm,
weird. I'd be like right now I'm thinking about what I'm going to say next, but I'm talking at the same time.
mm,
How can that be? Or like when you're talking, I'm listening to you, thinking about a response
mm.
and reacting at the same time. Like what's
It's
going
amazing.
on with that? Yeah, yeah. And that's kind of like, they talk about the I, the self,
Mm,
and then like who is that? And that
mm,
why how can we say it's my body? Like who am
mm,
I? And then who is Josh? Yeah. Super interesting. And I love reading about spirituality and consciousness
mm,
and diving into that sort of stuff because yeah, it's super interesting.
mm,
But yeah, being able to be the noticer and go, all right, that thought's arise. Like, why have I reacted to what someone said a certain way, or stepping back from a situation?
mm,
I'm the same. Like when someone gets really angry, like, oh, that struck a nerve. Why? What's going on? What's happened? I read a book called The Body Keeps Score, and that was like mind blowing because now I a lot of the time am observing people based on the knowledge I've gained from reading that book because it talks about how yeah, the body keeps score. So people have events happen to them in their lives, and then this is like what they can do in response to that, whether it's trauma, whether, a mum who coddles their kid as a baby, that kid is going to then grow up to be needy and to have a different attachment style to a kid that maybe is neglected, that their mum didn't hug them enough as a kid,
mm,
or vice versa. Yeah. And I was like, oh, and then I just had all these visions of how I've seen that played out in real life. And it was like, well, so body keep score is one I've mentioned plenty of times. I think everyone should read before becoming a parent, but it's also just good to be
mm,
consciously aware of how people act in life. Like it talks about ADHD, it talks about maybe not autism, PTSD, heaps of different things, and how that can just come from childhood trauma.
mm. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
amazing because, yeah, like with the body, I guess it's links to the subconscious, like things that happened to you in the past, experiences. Obviously, trauma is a huge one. Maybe if someone got like bullied in high school, all those things, they stick with you and they manifest itself in many ways in the future. And it's just
Mm.
about learning about how you've, I guess, created this belief or this pattern, and then from there, like unpacking it. And like, I guess things like social anxiety, I guess that can be, obviously people struggle with anxiety and depression, all those things, like totally understand, but it's like how you can sort of unpack and, I guess, break the fear slowly by, social exposure and rejection therapy. But yeah, I guess whatever's happened to us in terms of trauma or maybe things that didn't go away in the past, at the end of the day, as much as like sucks to say, like it's our responsibility to sort of unpack it and I guess figure it out later, like in later days in life,
Yeah.
I'd say.
Yeah, like trauma at the end of the day is an
Yeah.
event that happened in the past.
Mm,
It's not there anymore. And it's, yeah, the only person that can solve that, get out of that is you.
mm,
So people who are medicating and running from it,
mm,
self-medicating maybe,
mm,
the problem will always be there. If you go to therapy, if you start doing work on it, it may never fully go away, but you'll definitely be able to make some progress towards freeing
mm,
yourself from it.
mm,
Yeah. Like, so many people have beliefs that keep them stuck in life, whether that's I'm not good enough, I'm fat, I'm too slow, I don't have enough money for that. They're all beliefs that you believe and they may not be true. So you need to start relearning those beliefs and start, you know,
mm.
rewriting that script in your life.
Rewriting the script. I like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's hard because the thought or emotion comes up and then you've got to go like, okay, this is a thought, this is an emotion, I'm gonna just reject it. And then you build another one and then just slowly through your actions, through the way you think, through the way you manifest in life, it's doing that. It's going, okay, that's a negative belief. I'm gonna reject that. I'm gonna accept and surrender to this positive belief, and doing that so many times over and over, and that can take years, genuinely.
Mm.
Like it's just a skill. It can take a very, very long time, but after it, after that new belief is, I guess, surrendered, and you just believe it, I guess that's when things can get better.
Yeah. Do things to help make that positive belief come true. Like start creating those patterns to your brain. It's like has evidence to support that it is
Mm,
true. So instead of like I'm fat, I'm not good enough, I can't lose weight,
mm,
changing the diet,
mm,
starting to take action towards making that true. And you see the scales like, oh, all right. And the more progress you make, the less that belief's true.
mm.
And now you've created a new pattern, a new belief.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's just confidence. Like if you want to be a swimmer or you want to learn how to swim, you could read all the books of like how to swim, best ways to swim, or watch all the YouTube videos. But at the end of the day, if you never step into the pool, nothing's ever going to happen. The person that steps in the pool, probably not confident at all at swimming, that doesn't really read the books, but obviously has someone to help them. They're going to go a lot further than someone who's, yeah, just reading the books and likes the idea of it, but doesn't actually do it at all. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah,
Mm,
I asked my friend about this. He's an engineer,
mm,
and I was asking him about the validity of would he be better off doing an apprenticeship as an engineer rather than studying for 5 years? And he was like, oh, I learned more in 6 months of the job than I did in 5 years of school because I was actually
mm,
doing it, actually
mm,
putting it into practice.
mm,
And I feel the same through my personal experience with uni. I learned shit. Like
mm,
I learned so much more from podcasts and like seeing stuff actually get done and like watching YouTube than a teacher explain something on a whiteboard with
mm,
black texter and
mm,
then a book and watching a person talk online.
mm.
Like for me, that's not the way I learn. I'm not an auditory learner. I need to learn while doing stuff. So
Visual. Mm,
yeah, if I was in an environment where I'm actually doing the thing, I'm going to learn a lot faster than someone just telling me something. Yeah.
stubborn.
Yeah. Well, I need to do it and it's like, I guess it's the saying is believing and like, someone say, I can run 100 meters. You go, okay. Sorry, 100 meters in 10 seconds. Yep. Cool. Like, and some people might just straight up believe them. Oh, but
Mm,
I need to see that happen.
mm,
Or
mm,
someone says, oh, you can do it. Oh, I won't believe them. I won't have that self-belief until like I actually do it. Yeah. Like, yeah. You
mm.
need to get into the arena to actually. Yeah, do it.
Do it.
Yeah.
If you're right, do it. And I guess when it's starting a podcast or like maybe what we're both doing personal branding or anything like a business, there's always like part of it's like, oh, I'll just look up all the YouTube videos and research everything, how to do everything, which is great, by the way, writing it down and planning it. But then I guess with that, there's sort of that trap, like these self-improvement videos, like you keep watching them, watching them. They're great when you watch them for like 30 seconds. You're like, okay, I need to go do this now. That's awesome. But I think people get into the trap where they just keep watching and watching it, but they don't do anything. And I guess these channels that are doing it, they make so much off of people that want to be a certain way, but actually aren't going to put it into practice.
Yeah. I keep getting my algorithm. It's fucking annoying.
Mm.
Life coaching
Yeah.
and like all these seminars and courses and all these fucking randoms like
Mm.
who are selling courses and you can, life coach, blah, blah, whatever.
Mm. Mm.
All these people sign up to do it because they want to make money telling people how to live their life. And like, I'm not
Yeah.
telling people not to do it, but I'm watching the videos of the guy talking, and it was exactly what we were talking about before. There was no confidence in it. As some random like 50-year-old dude, I don't believe this. But all the people who are like, oh, I want to take action, I want to do that, they're going to buy the course because that person is selling a dream that they're
Mm.
probably not living either. Like they're probably not. All these things are about like how to make your first 100K month being a life coach. Like, do you know how hard that actually is? But
Mm.
people are like, oh, I love the idea of that. I'm going to sign up and do it. I'm going to watch their content. Like the likelihood of you making 100 grand supporting people living their life, so low, so low. Like,
Mm.
yeah, it's just that it's the thought and the idea of what that is that people buy, not the actual action of doing it.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, it's like, I guess, talk. I guess when we want to do something well with our lives, whether that's a dream, whether that's a job, whatever, it's so easy for us to just talk about and like, oh yeah, I'm going to do this and this is going to work out. Don't get me wrong, if that's with your close mates and you need maybe feedback on it, or maybe it's a close person you can trust, maybe a coach or something, fair enough. But I guess people do it to just for validation. Like, you're doing that, that's awesome. It's like, just do it, you know?
yeah,
And it's hard because we sort of say it to get the validation we need so we feel more confident to do it. But it's like, just do it. Okay, if it doesn't work, doesn't work. Try something else. Like, just put it
mm,
into practice, man.
yeah. You have to do it because those supporters might not always be there, but
Yeah.
you need to remember your vision, the goal, and your why is you weren't doing it for them anyway.
Mhm.
If you're doing it for you, so do it regardless of what the feedback's like. If you
Yeah.
really want to do it,
Mm.
obviously take feedback on board if it's beneficial. But if it's just saying, "Oh, don't do that," that's shit. That if
Mm.
they don't have a good reason why and a reason to help you do it better, they see ya.
Exactly right. Yeah.
Yeah. What about you? What's your vision for this, and what's your why for
I
doing
guess
it?
the why is just other people, others. I feel that if I can talk and I guess put my thoughts out there, it may resonate with someone. And it already has. Like, I've gotten messages where it's like, oh, you've helped me with this and I appreciate that. I guess it's going that it's thinking that, okay, I'm I'm mortal like everyone else. Um, I've been put on this planet for a reason, and I guess it's talking that through the mindfulness things I talk about, the things I talk about, beliefs, and I guess the psychology behind the way we think. Yeah, I just feel, yeah, it's just what's the purpose? Yeah, what you said is a great question. I'm someone that struggled with overthinking all my life. Like I was saying before, diagnosed with ADHD at 18, and yeah, always struggled with overthinking. Always had, I guess, struggle with organization, focusing, and from that, um, you develop a low self esteem because you see other people doing things so easy, like whether that is talking and understanding what they're saying, whether that's like an instruction, oh, can you please go do this, like XYZ, and then not being able to do that. I guess so. I think ADHD or neurodivergence is something I could definitely tap into, because when I was working at school, old school I used to go to, I really enjoyed it, and like I think I was good at connecting with the kids that were a little bit different, where whether they had a form of neurodivergence, whether they sort of got left out, and I guess having empathy for them. So that's definitely a career path I could go into, because I'm going to be studying psychology next year. But in terms of this, like the content I put out, I guess just talking about philosophy, talking about, like, there's so many ideas, as I said, there's so many ideas on my phone that I've got ready to go. But yeah, it's putting a perspective or a belief or an idea out there to other people, and hoping they resonate with. They don't,
Mm.
it's is what it is. But yeah, it's talking my mind and talking what I feel and believe, and hoping that resonates with people.
Love it. So cool.
Mm,
I I smiled when you said studying psychology next year. I was like,
mm,
that's really cool.
mm,
I don't want to sound like one of those people that I'm always telling no, just do it.
mm,
Studying psychology would be something I would love to do,
mm,
but I've already finished a uni degree last year. Like I
mm,
need to start earning money. I need some money.
mm,
Yeah, although I always tell people to do the thing and like I'm doing some things, so but I'm also realistic that yeah, I need to start getting
mm,
some money behind me because I want to 29, the house would be good. Eventually find someone to have a kid. I don't want to have a kid if I don't own a home. Like I want to be able to have that sorted, but I want to have time to do a podcast, do all these other things. Adding a psychology, fully psychology onto degree onto that is probably
mm,
not going to help me achieve those goals. So I need to think about what I want more.
mm.
But yeah, what's your goal with studying psychology then? Just going to aid your own, are you just
Um,
doing it for your own knowledge?
bit of it is just self-interest. Like, I'm so curious and interested about thoughts, feelings, and how that manifests into people. Like what you're saying with that book you're reading. What was it called? Body Keeps a Score. Like unpacking someone's subconscious and how they think, and then putting it into a better practice so they're actually benefiting themselves rather than being stuck in these self-deprecating patterns. So I guess there's
Mm.
that aspect, just curiosity. But I feel like youth work, I'd really be interested and good at that. Just connecting with younger kids and making sure the way they're growing up and the way they're going about life is good, and they're not developing those patterns early I guess, when they shouldn't be, because it's amazing how these things happen in life, like whether that's getting bullied, whether that's a breakup, whether being socially humiliated, or, how people grow up and the trauma they go through, how that has a huge impact in the rest of their life. And
Mm.
I guess with youth work is, yeah, making sure they belong, making sure they have better thought patterns. Yeah, yeah, something I'm super interested in, because
Yeah.
everything starts young. Like, it's the youth. Like, this is the next generation. Like, these are the people that are going to be eventually leading the country, leading the workforce. Like, you got to get them right for the stuff that happens in the future.
Yeah.
I think that's,
Yeah,
yeah.
I agree. I want to use my skills to work with young people as well. I think
Mm,
because similar to what you mentioned before, the Bondi situation,
mm,
no one's born to want to do that.
yeah.
It's the circumstances that they've grown up in and moments in time in their life that have made them think that way and think that's the right thing to do.
Mm,
Conditioning, obviously, parents are very important as, yeah, the things that took place was involving a parent. Crazy
mm,
young.
mm,
Um, and yeah, helping create a better environment for kids in education that there's other options and also making people more self-confident that they don't have to mimic the actions of their parents or others around them. And that's what
yeah.
this podcast for me, the premise of that is interviewing people that are doing good things. And for the most part, I've interviewed a lot of people that have had really rough upbringings of
Mm,
childhood trauma, and they've decided to not be the victim of that, but to learn from it and use it uh, as a powerful part of their story of why they can be better.
mm,
Like I've interviewed people in a podcast with, family violence, sexual abuse, all that sort of things, but they're rather than being victims of their circumstances, obviously it's really tough, but they're doing really good things and they're helping other
mm,
people. And lots of kids will be told they can't have screen time for a few hours, and think it's the end of the world. It's like, well, hang on, this person's been through this, and now
mm,
they're doing all these amazing things. You don't
mm.
have, it doesn't have to be that bad. You can choose better.
Yeah, I guess it's always because you can see it as two things when someone doesn't treat you well. You can see it as like, oh my God, like I want to treat everyone like the way I was treated because I hate the world. Or it's like, okay, the way I was treated wasn't good, but I don't want that to happen to anyone else. So it's amazing how those two like choices, one could be going to do bad things and end up in jail, and then one thing's like maybe spreading good and starting like an awareness or starting something good in charity work or something like
Mm.
that, or just genuinely just being a good person, a good dude.
Yeah, it's the victim mindset versus the growth mindset.
Mm,
These are my circumstances, and that's why I'm the way I am, versus these are my circumstances, and that's why I'm the way I am.
mm,
And it's just you whether you decide to take a positive or negative view of it.
mm-hmm,
And you see it played out with siblings so often. There's the dark sheep, and there's the one that's the successful one. Same
mm.
parents, same home, different view, different perception, different choices.
Amazing. It's amazing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have
Mm.
any siblings?
Yeah, I got one sister.
Yeah.
Mm.
She been diagnosed with ADHD as well.
No, I reckon it's from my mum's side. Yeah, they're all like a bit like that. I guess unorganized, frantic, just sort of all over the place. Yeah, I think it's from mum's side. Yeah, because
Have you dived
it's a genetic. I think it's mainly genetic. I'd say.
have you
Yeah.
dived into why that may be?
Why? What? So like the genetics behind it, or
Yeah, so I think my personal belief from my experience is that ADHD is or can be a dissociative disorder. And
elaborate?
when there's chaos in the house, a kid needs to dissociate,
Mm,
and that they can develop ADHD from that.
mm,
So when there's lots of yelling and they're not safe in their home environment, they will need to leave,
mm,
or they're struggling to put the pieces together as to why all these things are going on.
mm,
And that might be why they develop the narrator, because they're hearing one thing, they're thinking, why is this happening? What's going on?
mm,
And that's why they need to try and understand what's going on in the home. Why is mum yelling? Why is dad mad at her? Why is this going on?
mm,
And they develop ADHD because their mind's all over the shop. They can't
mm,
just sit and be in stillness because they're living in chaos. That may not be true for you or your home, but
no,
it may have been
no, I
from
don't think it is. Yeah,
nah,
yeah,
but
yeah. No,
it,
I
it,
really get what you're saying. Yeah.
but these things are patterns, right? And so
Mm,
our parents push their beliefs onto their kids because that's what they've experienced. And
mm,
so that may not have started with your mum, but it may be her mum or has gone through it. And that could just be,
mm,
yeah, it's so maybe something to even just explore or think about. But I noticed it with my brother. Like he's never been diagnosed, he's never been checked,
mm,
but there's definitely been experiences that are like I've witnessed that he's picked up from my dad. Like all his traits and habits he's picked up from my dad.
mm,
And hearing stories about my dad's childhood, I could see why is emotionally unstable, unregulated, and can fly off the handle at any moment. But
mm.
he experienced violence as a kid, and
Mhm.
his dad was a boxer, so I think he had CTE. And
Yes.
with CTE, it can cause people to fly off the handle. Loud noises make them react. And my dad had his nose broken as a kid, just due to like they were playing too loud.
Mm,
So that could cause someone to develop emotional instability and be very fearful in the home. And then I think my brother's picked up that from him.
mm. Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
So, and that's why I've read in certain things and like that, they talk about that in the body keep score as well. Like those behaviors can be picked up just through little instances in the home, and like how people have to flinch and are scared of like other people. That's because they may never have known when violence is coming, and people could be very timid because their parents may have hit them. The parents
Mm-hmm.
may have been emotionally unstable, or women can be scared of men because they've had an experience where they haven't been safe around men.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I don't know if there's ever been, yeah, that maybe that'll trigger a thought later on. It's notice it in the family or something like that. But yeah, I think that'll be a thing that comes out later on, that it's a ADHD can be a learned behavior.
Yeah, I
It's
agree.
not like you're born and stuck with it. Like for you, I would never have guessed that. You're very together.
Mm,
Not,
mm,
yeah,
yeah.
I'm not seeing no signs of ADHD.
Mm. It's a thing. I could dive into neurodivergence. It's like at face value, it
Go
happens
for
a
it.
lot statistically in women, especially with inattentive ADHD, where they may appear really organized, really everything's all together, but like I guess in social settings, but a lot of neurodivergence, they do a thing called masking, where it's like looking at other people and going like, okay, I'm just going to replicate what they're doing so I can fit in. And it happens with people who are like normal people that have neurodivergence. Like, yeah, if you're socially anxious, you just think like, okay, what is everyone else doing? And like, yeah, especially, yeah, ADHD, autism, they're probably the big two forms of neurodivergence where people mask. But I guess as soon as you get home, as soon as this persona is just, okay, I don't have to play this persona anymore, you sort of just crash and you're just so tired from keeping this emotional, like holding this emotional state where like you're anxious or you're worried the whole time, holding it all together and then falling apart.
Yeah,
That's what I'd say. And it's in like social situations where you don't want to interrupt or you don't want to offend anyone or you're scared you offended someone. Because yeah, I guess as a kid, like I was never, I wasn't out of control. I was always, I never, like in high school, I never got detention. I was always a good kid, but I was, yeah, sort of all over the place. Did not listen. Like my mum would say something, and then I would do the complete opposite all the time. And I guess and it's hard how I sort of figured it out. Like, I remember when I was 13, I looked it up, like, as a joke, like, "Oh, what is this?" And then I'm like, I've got symptoms of this." And it's yeah. And I guess from learning that, like, and then going through high school and realizing, why did that assignment take, like, 30 minutes for him, but it took me, like, 3 hours, and me, like, reading it was always in reading. Like, I'd read the same page 5 or 6 times and nothing's ingrained. I'm like, "What's going on here?" And it's, I guess, learning and noticing these differences over time and being like, hang on. And then when I was 18, it all just sort of caught up to me. I'm like, okay, I got to do something about this. But
yeah,
then again, there's this thing with neurodivergence where it's like, oh, I'm ADHD. Like, oh, I can't do this because I have ADHD. I can't do this because I have autism. And that's when I first got diagnosed, those beliefs sort of started to come. But I'm like, hang on, I've got to sort of break these down. Like, you can essentially do anything. Like, the amount of successful people that have neurodivergence, like Michael Phelps, the swimmer, like he was so in class, he just couldn't sit still, diagnosed with ADHD, the greatest swimmer of all time. Michael Jordan, a lot of actors have it as well. I know of, I can't name them off the top of my head, but it's, I guess, using neurodivergence and using your differences doesn't have to be neurodivergence, like using your uniqueness to your advantage. Because with me, it's like a task that I don't want to do, whether that's reading or doing some assessment. Like I'll look at everything could be in line for me to do the work, and I'm there, and then I'm looking out the window, and then I'm thinking of something, and then I need to go do this, but then when it's like a task, maybe if I'm like I am now, I'm really hyper fixated on what I'm talking about, or if I'm editing a video, I could do it for 8 hours straight and just forget to drink water and like eat.
dude, I'm the same. At uni, I would like until it got to 11:30 and the assignment's due at 12. That's
Mm,
when I'd lock in. I'd
mm,
like looking at it like it's in another language.
mm,
Don't understand it. And
mm,
until it's like, all right, you're gonna fail if you don't do it. It's like, fuck, all right,
mm,
I'll get it done.
mm, mm,
Otherwise, I'm same thing. I'll like set the laptop out, outside. I've got it here. I'm like, all right, I've got to have food first. Making all these excuses and procrastinating why I shouldn't do it. It's like,
Mm.
all right, let's do it. But I'm just going to check my phone first now. I want to go. I need to go to the gym. I can't go to like do the study that I don't give a fuck about until I go to the gym because I'd rather do
Mm.
something I enjoy first.
Mm.
But I don't think that's like a mental disorder. I think that's just things we're not passionate about and
Mm.
not driving us towards our purpose. Like for me, if I was starting work at 6 a.m., I'm not getting up for work. Like I would struggle to get up for work. It's
Mm.
alarms, alarms. But if
Mm.
I have said to someone, let's go to the gym at 6 a.m., I'm fucking up. Like, let's go do it because I give a shit about it and I enjoy that. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
think, and like, what you're alluding to before, a diagnosis for some people is a permission slip to give up
Yeah.
and say, I can't do it. And I don't think that's true. I think a lot of people who struggle with procrastination and concentration aren't doing things aligned with their purpose and
Mm.
passions. And that's all it is. Like so many kids in school now are getting diagnosed with ADHD because they're being forced to learn a curriculum that they don't give a fuck about.
Mm.
Like imagine trying to get Michael Phelps to sit in a school for 6 hours to learn about shit he doesn't care about when all he wants to do is swim.
Mm.
Of course he's not going to concentrate.
Mm.
Like trying to get you to study a subject that you don't care about when you want to go talk like learn about philosophy and all that sort of stuff. Like that's not something that you can like go, oh yeah, we're just going to give him like 6 hours of this subject instead. Like it's not going
Mm.
to happen. So when you finally are out of school and you can spend all the time to do this stuff, now
Mm.
you're thriving because you're
Yeah.
doing stuff that helps you work towards purpose.
Yeah, you're aligned. Your soul's like on track with what you want to do. Yeah, I
Yeah.
feel like with people at school, um, yeah, like the one thing I regret at school, man, is not picking. I always pick subjects of like, your economics, your business management, obviously like really good life skills. But my mindset was like, oh, this is going to get me a good job, so I'll study it. But as I was studying it, like you're not as interested. Whereas I should have picked like music, art, visual arts, something that's like stimulating that I
Mm.
would be so passionate about.
Yeah.
So yeah, like if there's any kids still at school or primary school or high school, like listening to this, like pick subjects that you're truly passionate about and you're so stimulated by that you actually want to go to class. And like, obviously, okay, if you want to get a good job and that's something you really want to do, okay, pick those subjects. But yeah, pick what you're stimulated with. Pick that's like your PEs, your musics, your visual arts. Like, do those sorts of subjects, man. You're gonna
Yeah.
get more.
Same as a job. Like try and
Mm.
find one that lights you up. Like what are you passionate about? Do something to do with that. Don't do something because it pays more. Unless your goal is to be the richest person ever and that's all you care about, then obviously. But chase something that lights you up. Otherwise, you're going to be miserable every day. And I'd rather be happy and broke than be rich and miserable.
Mm.
And like realistically, you're not going to be rich anyway. You'll have a little bit more money, but a lot less satisfaction in life.
Mm.
So, like, if you're going to spend 40 hours a week doing something, do something you care about.
Mm.
That's what I think. Anyway, like I've seen enough friends that go, oh, I can't leave this job now. Like I've done the apprenticeship, I've got a mortgage, and they're not happy. It's like, well, you've just signed a contract for, like, I mean, they can choose to leave it, but they're not going to. They've
Mm.
got themselves stuck, or they think anyway. They're mentally stuck.
I guess, yeah,
Like
all
you're,
the money and stuff. Like, don't get me wrong, money gets you good health, a great house, stability, all those sorts of things, but you can't take that with you to the grave. You take all the experiences, I guess the passion you had for the jobs you did, like that's what you take with the grave, the experiences. And
yeah,
I guess it's better to be rich in experience rather than rich in income and money.
yeah. And if you're doing the things that your purpose, if they're good things and you're helping people and you're aiding in the expansion of consciousness, then you'll be rewarded anyway. Like
Mm.
that stuff will come because
Mm.
you're actually providing benefit to the world.
Mm-hmm.
That's my belief anyway. That's why, like, at the moment I'm working 25 hours a week because I need more time to be able to do things like this. Like right now, if I was working a 9 to 5, well, we wouldn't be able to have this conversation. But
Mm-hmm.
I know that this is going to do greater for the world than me standing at a bank helping people
Mm,
do stuff that they could do by themselves. Like,
exactly.
so I'm better off doing this.
Yeah, I think it's where am I trying to get this from? There was I think it's the CEO of Gymshark, who always said like he always kept his 9 to 5 when he was starting Gymshark. So I guess with something like this, like have another job to fund it, like you said, like 25 hours a week should be enough to fund it. Have enough income to fund your business or your project that you're doing. So I guess it's a great tool to have a 9 to 5. Because there's some people that are like, oh, stuff the 9 to 5. I'm gonna quit my job and pursue it. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, if you've got that plan in place, good. But like, sometimes it's like stupid. Like, you still need that money coming in, but allocate more time to that thing you want to do. Whether that's after work, instead of I don't know playing games for like 3 hours, you're doing your work for 3 hours, or like you're scrolling on your phone. Like, put it away. You need to invest time into the dream you want to make. So it's so important.
Yeah, the best investment you can ever make is in yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want a goal and you go to pick up an Xbox remote and you go, well, is this going to help me achieve my goal? Maybe
Mm.
not. What can I do to get me closer to my goal?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly right.
yeah, I have a TV now in the house I'm staying at, but it doesn't get turned on. Like I watched a bit of Sam's YouTube in preparation for his podcast. That's it. I've been here for 3 months.
Mm.
Like, just not necessary. It's not helping me get anywhere. Like, I do get stuck on my phone a bit too much, but we're working on that.
Mm. I was gonna
But
say
yeah,
there's an app I use called Opal. Do you get into that? Do you
yeah,
use it?
he mentioned that in his book as
Yeah,
well.
it's good. It's good, man.
What is it for, what does it do?
So you have to. I've got it on my phone. I'll get it up. So like you have to go into so if you want to go into like say Instagram, I've got it unlocked because I had to text you. I can get it later. So if you want to go into like Instagram or Snapchat, whatever social media you binge use, it's
Yeah,
sort of like faded, like the colors like faded. And then when you press on it, it's like Opal's block this. And then you have to go into Opal. And then it's sort of a circuit breaker. Like instead of just going straight to Instagram, it's like breathe for a second. And then you have to go into Opal, wait 5 seconds. And like it will say some quote, or there's ways you can customize it. I've got it where you play these like mindfulness games. And
yeah,
then,
sick.
and then you got to press like to unpause it, and then you only get it for like 5 minutes, and then after that 5 minutes is up, it kicks you out of whatever app like Instagram or Snapchat. So it's a great tool. It's a circuit breaker, and then if you are gonna have a scroll, okay, and then it kicks you out for 5 minutes, and then it's like, okay, if you've had your 5 minutes of fun, like go do something else, go do what you're really supposed to be doing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I don't have Snapchat anymore. I noticed that all I was doing, it was only fueled by the ego.
yeah,
So it was either like me sending Snapchats at the gym to the boys,
yeah. One of these ones.
or yeah, yeah, flexing in the mirror, recording other people doing dumb shit, whether that's like in public, which is judgment,
Mm,
or degenerate stuff.
mm.
Just
Drinking.
yeah, just look at this dickhead recording them, or car park there if someone's crashed a car, you in the gym, or yeah, I noticed that it wasn't making me a better person, so I got rid
Mm,
of it. But
yeah.
it's just people use it as like their main form of
Mm.
talking to people now. I'm like, fuck, I'm missing out.
You always got messages. Like you don't need to do
Yeah,
like the snappy stuff. I only use it just to text mates and send a quick snap. I'm not one to put stuff in my story or anything.
yeah. But that's what I mean. Like, so we've got a footy group chat and it's in Snapchat, and I'm like, well, like,
Yeah, that's cool.
well, I'm not on Snapchat, so like they, just like, well, we're doing this, we're going here, or just like, all right, someone can message me if they really want. But yeah, I didn't know like that was that common for people to just communicate through Snapchat. For me, it's like if you want me, you have to reach me. Yeah,
Mm.
but I guess that's a good thing. It's one less thing I need, and it's like takes up way too much space on my phone anyway.
Mm. And apparently, like drains your battery because of all the notifications and the stuff going in the background. So Good choice.
Yeah, would surprise me. So what's next? What are you upcoming short-term goals?
Short term, I guess I'll get my body right because I had an ankle injury 4 years ago and it didn't heal properly. So I played during this season where it was like still weak, and because of that, like the left side of my back overcompensates. So there's like a muscle that's like not torn, but like strained, and it's been like for a year. So I'd say the main thing, yeah, is get that right, get my fitness up. So like start running properly again. So like I've been running here and there, but sort of testing to see, okay, how did my back pull up after that? How did my ankle pull up after that? So I'd say just mainly get fit for footy.
Yeah,
Because aren't you guys playing now? Like, is that, or you just finished?
yeah,
It's weird. Yeah. I
yeah.
could,
We're 11 rounds in to the season,
how he's going?
undefeated.
Oh my God. Damn. Is it like divisions? Like what's the go there?
Yeah, yeah. So there's Premier, Premier Reserve, Division One, Division Two. We're in Premier
Mm,
Reserve,
damn.
but yeah, going pretty well.
It's awesome.
It's very enjoyable being undefeated. Obviously, the Lilydale season didn't go
A
as
bit different.
planned, but making up for it now, so that's good. Yeah, how's
Well,
preseason going?
oh no, it's good. Yeah, people turning up. Probably not as we would have liked. Like probably should be a bit more, but that's awesome, man. Like the other night we had, yeah, went out Monday, went to the Sporting Globe. There was ribs were half price, so got this whole thing of ribs for $26. It was mint. It was mint. Really enjoyed that night.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, probably won't get them again because full price are like $52.
Yeah.
But bro,
How do you find the footy club, or being involved in a footy club and doing stuff like this? Because it's very different. Drinking culture, partying, all that sort of stuff.
Um, at first it's hard because you want to be, because yeah, everyone drinks, everyone does those sorts of things, and bit of a, because I remember, um, yeah, I remember noticing like you didn't drink, like you turned up to the silly Saturday with an oxy shred. I'm like, oh, I respect that, you know, because yeah, there's a few of us that just yeah we don't drink, so it's sort of hard because everyone expects you to. Um, but I guess with this content stuff I'm doing, like everyone. Yeah. Everyone's like supporting, like, they make a joke about it here and there, but it's nothing like to throw me off. Like, it's banter, put it that way. Banter.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
like I get training because, Riley Clausen, he's doing his finance thing, which is awesome. Like, you get called Mr. TikTok. It's funny. I love it. It's good. Like, they're supportive. I love it.
Yeah, yeah, cool.
Yeah, it's so, yes, Willowdale Football Club. They're so great culture there. Really supportive, really inclusive.
Yeah. And it's educational anyway. Like what Riley's doing's unreal as
Yeah.
well. Like I
Love
definitely want to get him on soon as well. We've
Oh, he
chatted
would be
about it.
great. He would be really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's helping people. So how could
Mm.
you shit on someone first?
Yeah.
Helping people.
But it's just, yeah, I guess just, okay, someone's doing something different that's out there. Like it's weird sort of thing.
Yeah.
But I guess how, we would have grown up like that during high school. Someone dresses weird or like does a subject that's weird. You sort of judge them. But then sort of now when we've matured, I get like, why did I judge those people? Oh, because I wanted to fit in.
Mm.
And you sort of unpack like the reason behind all that. Yeah. Because
Do you
like now
catch yourself judging people now still for whatever reason?
sometimes, but then you sort of stop and like, why am I judging that person? Yeah, you stop yourself and going, and half the time it's because someone's doing like better than you. Like I remember when I was younger, you'd sort of judge all these people at the gym that are like really buff, like, oh, he's probably on roids or something. It's like you're judging them because you're not as big as them. That's why. So
Mm.
a lot of it comes down to insecurity. When maybe someone your age is doing really well on something and then you would just want to tear them down. Yeah, a lot of it is that
Yeah. It's
insecurity.
everyone's a mirror.
Mm,
I catch myself doing it all the time, and it's the same. And
mm,
that's why mindfulness and consciousness is so good because it's always an opportunity for me to learn something about myself when I'm
mm,
judging someone or when I catch myself
mm,
judging someone else.
mm,
And it's what is this bringing up in me that I don't like about myself?
mhm,
And
Yeah.
it'll be, I see someone at the shops, I'm like, look at this fucking person. Like, how can they be doing that to themselves? And, let's say it's an obese person, and it's how would I feel about myself if that was me? And that's what I'm judging.
Mm.
It's not an attack on them. That's what it's bringing up in me. My own insecurities about
Yeah.
shape, body weight, or look at what that person's wearing, and it's like, well, firstly, good on them for wearing whatever they want to wear, and then two, how does that make me feel if I was wearing like that, or if
Exactly.
I was getting judged for wearing
Yeah.
clothes? Yeah,
Yeah, it's amazing when you remove the ego behind it. So you're just left with soul. It's just, and it's so hard to do because we're always caught in our heads. We're always caught thinking.
mm.
And I guess when you remove that, it's like, it's the soul. It's all these good emotions, are these positive things. And instead of being judgmental, you're more like empathetic. Like, oh, how does that person feel? Like maybe, sort of go like, okay, like it's good that they're going out for a walk and going to the shops. Like, good on them just for being out and about, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's that shift. It's that shift. And it's so small, but it does so much. Mm.
There's so many times in life now, things like that are just opportunities to learn and to get better. Whenever a negative situation happens to you now, you can remove it, step back, and go, all right, what do I need to learn from this? How can this help me be better?
Yeah,
You know?
it's turning a negative, like accepting. That's a quote I saw somewhere. Accepting a negative experience is a positive experience. So you can always shift it back to make it work for you. And I guess when you're going through hardship, when there's a tough time coming, or as happened to you now, it's like, okay, one could go, poor me, like I hate how this has happened to me. Like how I was when, with ADHD and being diagnosed, like, oh, this is the way I am. Like, I'm not going to be good as anyone, but it's like, okay, what can I learn from this? What things am I good at? Like, how can I turn this into an advantage? And I feel like I'm starting to do that now. Yeah, which is awesome. Mm,
Yeah,
mm.
love it. Opportunity for alchemy.
Mm-hmm.
Turn it into something gold. That's like I've said this to my boss I used to work for. He's like, yeah, maybe I don't know if I said it to him or like about him, but he's like just go 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 all over the place, but get so much more done because he's got
Mm,
so much energy. Like using your, could be autistic, ADHD, whatever hyper focus it is. If it's putting that to something that can help
mm,
you in life, then that's a superpower. That's not a hindrance at all.
mm. And it's even with things like, even when we're insecure, even when like we're angry or something, like even these like negative emotions, you think like one could be, comparing ourselves to others. Maybe it's like, it always happens with like Jim, like, oh, he's bigger than me. But I guess using that insecurity to go like, oh, I want to look big like him. And like, so you sort of push yourself harder in the gym. As long as you're aware of that ego, like as long as you're aware that like being insecure can be like a really good thing. If you want to get far, like it could be, I don't really have like, could be money, like a financial situation. Could use fear, like I don't want to lose my house. I need to make more money. That sort of thing. That fear can push you further. Because yeah,
Yeah, it's called
purpose. Yeah,
toward and away from motivation.
yeah,
So toward is like I want to achieve this, and then away from is like I don't want to be there, so I'm gonna
yeah,
go here.
yeah. You
Yeah,
have things that you want to attract and you want to obtain. So it's like it's going forward, but then it's like when you sort of maybe relax a bit and um, calm down, you sort of think, okay, like I like where I'm going. Like this is good, and you're sort of not pushing yourself. There's like that fear of like, okay, well, what if you don't do this? Like, yeah, it's
yeah,
it's good to have both. It's good to have something that attracts you, but then it's good to have something that makes sure you don't fall off the line. It's good. It's
yeah,
good to have both. Yeah.
yeah. I think the only thing I'd say about that though is like you don't want to have negativity is the only thing that motivates you
Yeah,
because it's
definitely.
draining and it's not
Yeah.
sustainable. Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's where the consciousness is. Like, all right? What's motivating me here? What's fueling me? Because if you're constantly running from something, you're gonna run out of legs. You're gonna get tired and you're gonna fall in a heap.
Yeah.
And also, Yeah, I think like getting rich in spite of something and in fear of something, or like being successful due to fear is it's going to have a negative long-term outcome. I think
Yeah,
short-term is good to be used.
yeah, definitely, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, purpose and the soul should be always number one.
Yeah.
And like love is the most, by far the most powerful emotion. It puts you in such a great vibration to receive and attract things that resonate to you. But yeah, fear and anger and all these other sort of short term ones, yeah, they're good. Like I said, yeah, they're good for the short term, but there
Yeah.
shouldn't be something you rely on. It's the same as motivation. You can't rely on that feeling because there's so many days, like most days, you're not going to want to do the things you want to do. So I guess purpose has that as its highest form, and you just got to chase the purpose.
Yeah.
Chase the purpose. Yeah.
Bruce Lee, why is he your favorite guy? Why is he your phone screen?
Bruce Lee, man, he's so many things. Yeah, I've got his as my screen cover. I need to
Yeah.
show it again. There you go. There's Bruce. First of all, he's authentic. He is himself in the way he goes about it, the way he moves, and he has that saying, "Be like water, my friend." Where he's calm. Everything he does is in a concentrated way, and he's just free flowing. And when you're in that state, when you're authentic, you don't care. You can do anything because you're not scared of anything. There's nothing holding you back. You are free. You are free, essentially. So there's that. And then I guess of how disciplined he is. And he has a saying. He's got a lot of sayings, by the way. He's got a saying that goes something like, I don't fear the man that, I don't know how it goes, but he fears the man that practices the same kick 10,000 times. It's like fearing something that, or someone that does something so many times, so specific, so practiced that it becomes second nature to him. That's something he fears. What else with Bruce? Oh, he's just cool, man. If you've ever watched his movies, bro, he's so cool. He's got so much aura. Like, just the fight scenes. Obviously, it's acting, but um, it's so sad he died so young, man. But no, he's so cool. You
Oh,
see certain people and they're different and maybe they're hated or whatever. Like Bruce, he's just cool. He's just a cool dude. I want to be like him. Yeah.
love it.
Maybe
Any
not
other?
variety sense, but yeah.
You got time. You can learn.
Yeah, time. 19.
Yeah. Any other role models? People you look up to?
I'd say a big one in the creative sense would be Pharrell Williams. I watched his like biopic. It's just like it's like a Lego movie, but it's about Bruce, not Bruce Lee, Pharrell Williams, and yeah, goes about his whole life. And there's so many lessons I learned from that movie and just watching Pharrell. And that's where I did a video of it the other day. It's like he said it somewhere where he's like, um, you need to write down all your lists, like on a list, your fears, your insecurities, the guilt, the pressures, and then realize they're all distractions and sort of detach yourself from them. But I guess with him, he's just so creative. Like watching that movie and the experiences he goes through and how like there was this where he was living, there was just this music scene and he just went all out at it. And like at school, he was in trouble and wasn't a great student, but music sort of put all these thoughts to sleep and he just pursued this. And I just look up to, like, he's still going, man. He's in
Yeah.
his 50s. He looks like he's in his 20s or 30s, by the way. And he's himself. He tapped into something, which is his music, and it took him a far place, and he believed. And there's so many lessons in that movie as well. Like one was the fact that when he was younger and obviously getting the fame and everything, he got egotistical. He thought everything was about him. And then he just loved the attention, but too much of it. And that's something he learned from is to not do that, to realize that, okay. And then, yeah, there's a part of the movie where it just shows like the world, like the earth and how he's like, oh, I'm just a set of molecules like everyone else. And it's so important
Mm.
because, yeah, it touches away all the things you overthink, the insecurities, because at the end of the day, we are all one consciousness experiencing itself subjectively. and we're just part of Earth. We're going to be here, and then we're going to be gone. So I guess while we're here, just do something good, help other people, make an impact.
100%. So you post a bit about lifting. Do you have any bodybuilders or lifters that you idolize? Are they content you enjoy?
I guess Arnold. I was watching something about him last night where he juggled working, he juggled like studying at uni, and then obviously his bodybuilding, and then acting classes. He juggled all these things when he was young, and I guess that work ethic and that belief will get you anywhere. And the fact that he went to the gym for a long time every day. I wouldn't say he's one of my big idols, but he's someone I really respect and honor that we get to live in the same earth as him. But yeah, he's really cool.
Epic.
Yeah.
Well, is there anything else that you haven't said that you feel like needs to be expressed?
Nah, man, just I guess if you're watching this, I'm honored to be part of this podcast. Man, this is like the first time I've done sort of any form of podcasting. Like I've done public speaking things briefly when I was at school, but I guess, yeah, it's just been an honor. And if you want to do something like this, if you love putting yourself out there, if you love expressing, whether that's in any shape or form, doesn't have to be all the mindfulness and philosophy and spirituality we talk about. If that's your cooking, your sport, lifting, whatever that thing is, bro, just like pursue it and like put yourself out there some way, shape or form. Put yourself in places or things where there's opportunity, where you can go far. And I think that's really important. Don't be scared of that, because at the end of the day, like that Latin phrase that's right on my wall, memento mori, be mindful of death, be grateful that you're here and do good things with it. Because at the end of the day, you're not going to be here in a bit. So yeah, I guess that's all I have to say.
Love it. Yeah. Yeah. Your time's limited, so make the most of it. That's so good.
Yeah,
Well, yeah.
happy to be here.
Yeah. Grateful. Well, Nick Lantouris, thanks heaps for joining me. I really appreciate it. And for those listening, check out his Instagram. Check out New Man Movement as well. Some great quality stuff on there.
Thank you, Josh. Appreciate that. Yeah, I got to be on this podcast. Yeah. Take it easy, man.